Yo, what up? And welcome to the Tailgate, an extension to a regular podcast where we get you hyped and ready for the game. I'm your host, Smarts, alongside the always angry Angel, his counterpart, instigating George, and the man with some facts, Masa. This is the Tailgate. Good evening. How's it going, fellas?
What it do,
Popeye's
baby?
chicken sandwich, y'all. Popeye's chicken sandwich.
Can we talk about that? Have you had that yet?
Nah, not yet. I've been seeing that a lot of people saying it's sold out left and right, so I'm letting it die out. That's gonna be, can confirm, is gonna be the victory meal on Sunday.
No, no, it probably won't be. So peep game. You know, yesterday we played soccer at the stadium. We're in the pitch.
yeah,
I was working out. I was at the gym at that time.
I know.
We were working out too.
Yeah. Yo, you should see my rings.
Right, but my workout was different.
My rings on my fucking
You guys
Apple
were doing
Watch.
the fun one. I was doing the shitty one.
My ring on my Apple Watch, they're all just like, back and forth.
Hey, Rudy, do we want to talk about the soccer at the stadium? About
Let's go for it.
a little bit more precise about me and you? Should we talk
Sure,
about that?
we can talk about that.
Hell
Go
yeah.
for it.
No, you lead it. I like hearing your
You
voice.
brought it up.
I like
You brought it up. Come on now.
Listen,
Why you
you're a
shying away
host.
from it now?
You segue through things. Segue into my
I
left
think you guys
bang.
forget that we have a bunch of new people probably are going to listen to this shit, and you guys are here fucking up.
You know what? Very good point.
Listen,
so
You're
listen.
100% correct, so I need you to stay on your best behavior. If you're gonna
I'm
talk
on my
about this
best
right now,
behavior,
Okay.
and listen, there's an E in our shit when you download it for a reason. So fuckity, fuck.
Yeah,
for excellence.
and I probably should have started with this for all our new listeners. Please don't listen to this in front of your babies if they're sensitive to foul language. We're not the best at keeping this PG. We curse a lot. But for all you new listeners, really appreciate it. Hope you like the content. This version or this extension of a regular podcast is where we get you ready for the upcoming game, and when there's a game in between games, then we cover it slightly like we will with Cruz Azul. And we also shoot the shit a little bit in the beginning, which is what we're doing right now. But yesterday we had the supporter soccer at the field, and we had these before at the surrounding fields. But yesterday was cool. Yesterday was cool as shit because we actually got to play in the main pitch, which is super dope. Man, one thing I was really bummed about the whole time I was there, I was thinking like, okay, I'm gonna step aside right now and I'm gonna catch a dope flick of me in the field. Guess what I didn't do? I didn't take a fucking picture at all. And I'm a little upset about that, but you know what?
Yeah.
It was dope as shit. I had a really good workout. I didn't think I was going to play that much. I ended up playing almost like the whole time I was there. I ended up playing like 5 games. I
You know
only
what's
lost
crazy?
once. What was crazy?
Oh, sorry, no, finish. I know. Go ahead. I want to keep hearing about your record.
So I played 5 games. I only lost once. But there's somebody here who has my number. There's somebody who has my number, and it's fucking hilarious too because both times he scored on me, I know they were going. I just couldn't get there, and that's George and his stupid left foot.
Is it because you're slightly obese, or is it because you're slightly short?
No. Listen, nobody got me from.
Or listen, I'm not trying to give George credit for beautifully
I'm gonna back
playing
him
ball.
up. One, it was just too fast on the floor. It was a rocket, a la Alessandrini.
Listen, this is what I didn't want to say, Rudy. I wanted you to take a nail. I don't have to hear this bullshit.
Here, listen, they need to hear everybody's voice, and since everyone's new, they gotta pick their favorite voice. So here I am talking.
I'm gonna be
The
quiet
second
entire
one-
episode like Masa.
I could confirm that it was the defender's fault. Rudy's telling the defender to clear the ball. Since you inspired me to work out, so I bodied the guy. I checked him.
Hell yeah.
Confirm.
Never mind. I want to hear this shit. Fuck yeah.
And then I got the ball, a la Arjen Robin. I cut to my left, and then Rudy tried to come out, and I just put it to the first post, and he couldn't do anything about it.
So I just want to make something right quick. So for the people listening to the first time, George is the star of the show, just in case you
Thank
were
you.
aware.
Welcome. Straight from the morning.
But it was fun. It was super fun. I seen Mas out there with the techers. He did this one move that I really saw. He cut it back in with a chop. Dog, the defender was lost for a second. You're
I
not
have a
quite
bone
sure what it
pick on
was.
my side.
What's
I have
your
a
bone?
bone pick.
What's your bone pick?
I missed the ACB barbecue
Picnic?
a
Yeah,
couple
barbecue.
weeks ago. Yeah. And all I could hear about was, yo, Masa. And Masa's like, I confirmed that I'm fucking amazing when it comes to pickup soccer. What was yesterday? Was yesterday pickup soccer? Or was it just, what was it, Masa?
I think it still counts as pickup soccer.
Yeah, I think so too.
By the way, hold on. Everybody, this is the man. This is the man with the facts.
Oh, yeah, this is the man
Let's
that
hear you
brought
right quick.
Christian Pavon.
Let the new people hear your voice. Speak into
Masa.
the mic.
What it do, baby?
Hey, oh man, you
All
have
the
you have
balls-
the best voice.
I can confirm all the balls are probably still in the 200 sections from Massa trying to score a goal.
That's accurate because I didn't try to score. I've been clearing them. I'm a defender.
That's right, baby. That's right, baby. That's right.
Listen,
go.
overall it was dope. I got to meet some new people.
I'm sad.
I had fun. Listen,
sad.
there were some ballers out there too.
I'm really
I
sad.
saw some players that were really like they had something there. Yeah, listen, me too. We get a squad going. Oh man, and I gotta hit up Manny.
I'm really sad.
I got hit up Manny because through the grapevines, I heard Manny wants to set up a 8v8 ACB versus Outlaws.
Listen, this I can confirm. Manny will start playing a minute into the game. He will come out injured because he's gonna quote unquote pull his
Hammy?
his no, not his ham. Chill, dog. The hammy's a different story. Pull his this, you know, I ain't even talking no more. Whose side are you on?
Hey,
His side or
hey,
my
I'm
hey,
side?
sorry.
bitch?
Listen, that was
you're
too
taking some
easy.
fat
That was
L's
too
lately.
easy. That was
I was
way
gonna
too
say
easy.
I was gonna
Sorry.
say his calf, and that's proof because you know Eddie and the Nag boy. So he wanted to go play with us. The first game I want to go play with him, and he was talking about, oh, I played D-Lock too, and I played under Eddie Flores like you. Blah,
Hey, you sound
blah,
like him
know,
too.
blah, blah. Yeah, I'm like, oh hell yeah! So you're about to be nice as shit, dog. He comes out injured a minute into the game, and there goes his career. I've never seen him play again.
Well, listen,
Hey,
I heard through the grapevine.
Eddie's gonna know this. Eddie, I hate you. You know why I'm saying this, dog? There was
Yeah,
like
dude.
18 runs that I did. I've never run perfect in my life. He's excused me for all my absences for all the fucking.
No,
things
you ran
guys did.
perfectly when you ran your marathon, and then you died.
Thank you, friend.
You're
But
welcome.
it's soccer. When I run my
in
my dog, he did not see me one time.
I was
One
clowning him for
fucking
that shit.
time.
I was clowning him for that shit.
One time.
I should
I'm
have.
sad though.
I'm excused. All right, we get it. Angel couldn't go because he's banned from the stadium because he likes to fucking misuse water, even though even though it's hot as shit.
Well, I was
LA
gonna
is
say,
burning.
I was
The
gonna
Amazon
say,
is burning. The Amazon's burning. You're over here wasting water, throwing it at fucking San Jose players. So
listen, that's the Amazon's fault.
Allegedly.
It should never been in the first place. The Amazon should have been somewhere else.
Oh,
Wow.
anyways, well, we just
Wow. I didn't.
family.
That,
Right, well, no, seriously. Well, I was thinking about it though. Like, even if I could have gone, right, if I weren't banned from the
You were
stadium,
gonna embarrass yourself.
no, I can't even run right now.
Exactly. Yeah. Because
Yeah, exactly. So I'm all types of depressed. So listen,
but Angel,
Oreo cookies
Go-
later tonight. Gonna
go-
All
cry.
right,
going
there we
back-
go, y'all. This is
hold on.
all right, get
One
to
last thing. One last thing I'm gonna say before we move on. Going back to your obese comment. Jesus fucking Christ, I'm out of shape. I mean, I'm like, I was cramping up maybe 5 minutes into it, and at one point I got like a full body cramp,
Rudy.
and I thought I was not gonna
Rudy.
get up again.
Rudy, before we move on from this, I want your play-by-play on your brother's own goal.
My
Dog.
God.
Hold on, was it a banger like mine or was it not?
No, dog.
It was Darius type of
What
own
the-
goal.
He tried to clear the ball. It went under his legs. He slipped, and the ball went under him, and he fell and ate shit. Dog.
And it scored.
It was the
at
most
the same time.
depressing. Do you know? Have you ever heard the Titanic song when they fuck it up on the flute? That's what I heard in the background when Jerns was falling down.
Dodge was bad.
That's
All right,
tight. So it sounds like it was. So how was the turnout though? Was it a good turnout at the event? 'Cause I know the exposure wasn't what the FO wanted. At least because I'll be quite honest. They asked us to us as an ACB to share the stuff, and it's not that I didn't want to share it or that Rudy didn't want to share it. I'm sure Rudy saw in the Slack channel too. We've been busy. Obviously with everything leading up to
It's
the
a busy
game
week.
coming up. Yeah, with a busy week, obviously everything coming up with the LAFC game on Sunday. Plus, we had a game. Was it on when did we have a
Tuesday.
game? We had
Tuesday.
no, but before
Tuesday.
that, when was the game?
Tuesday.
Didn't we have a game Saturday?
It
was
Saturday.
Right, so we had a game.
Tuesday.
Right, exactly. So we had a game Saturday, then we had the game on Tuesday, and then obviously
Pick
what's
up
coming up
Thursday.
on Sunday. So but so that's why I asked. How was the turnout? Was it a good turnout?
It was good. We had a solid 3 fields going on pretty much the whole time, or three makeshift fields. But it was good.
Hey,
It was
boys.
good. I liked it.
Dodgers won walk off.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Listen. All right. All right, boys. Let's
And
get
then
into this.
Tuesday.
Huh?
He's
Tuesday.
recapping.
Oh yeah. Before we go into recap, for all of you who are listening, just to find out who won, we will bring that up shortly. We're gonna talk about Cruz Azul, and then we'll bring up the winner before we talk about LAFC. So let's recap Cruz Azul real quick. Listen, we had a makeshift lineup. It was Bingham at goal. It was.
Lamson.
Oh,
was
sorry.
Lamson.
You're right. I'm sorry. Yes, you're right. I gotta talk about this. Lamson a goal.
I get it. It was.
People-
I get it. They were
people-
both as equally as trash, apparently. So
People who else played center back with him? People and
I forgot his name.
69. I don't know how to Depoy.
Something. Listen, it's G
I'm
two
sorry
guy.
if we
G two
yeah.
guy. I haven't seen Steris, and back me up with the last with the last defender
It was Romney.
and Romney. There you go. In the midfield we had Cuello, we had Fabio, we had
Corona.
Up top we had Pontius, Alvarez, and who else?
I don't remember.
It was Cuello, Alvarez, and Alvarez.
In the midfield, we missed one. Who was the winger?
No.
So I brought up Lamson, Romney, Depoy, Gonzalez, Teres, Corona, Carrasco, Cuello, Alvarez, and Pontius.
Oh yeah, it's Carrasco. Just Carrasco.
Pontius up top. Mm-hmm.
So as you could tell by the lineup which was ran, it wasn't our full squad, which we all expected. Versus a Cruz Azul squad that came out strong. I mean, like we've seen in these League Cups game where Mexican teams are bringing out their full squad, while the MLS teams are kind of reserving a little bit more. I was okay with this. I was also expecting it to be an ass whipping, which it wasn't. It started out looking like it was because they scored on us pretty early. Miscommunication defense. They get in, they take a shot, and it's a goal.
The shot was in slow fucking motion.
And Lamson doesn't dive. He just kind of throws himself in the floor. You know what I mean? Like
you dove better yesterday.
Easy.
Than anything that I've seen Lance do that game on Tuesday.
Easy
Arturo dove better than Rudy.
That's cool.
And then
Memo? Are you talking about Memo?
About Memo.
El Muro Acosta. Mi chavo El Muro Acosta. But listen, it was a goal. And at that moment, I thought we were going to be in for a long game where we are going to get it ass whooped. 4-0, 4-1, I was figuring. But the game slowed down a little bit. It was a little choppy. Shout out to my boy Fabio, because my boy Fabio was with it for everything. He was pushing. He was pushing. He was getting people's face from the jump, and I love that shit.
Hey, honestly, my Fabio being in there, I was a little bit like, why? I get you need a leader there, but that's not worth my risk, honestly. But it is what it is. Everything came out good. Everything's fine. I'm okay with it. He showed heart. Yeah. He played out. He went out there and got into people's faces, like you were saying. So I'm cool with it. But when I first saw the lineup, I was like, why?
Why is he in there? Yeah.
Why Fabio?
I see that too. Like I was saying, after the goal, the game kind of slowed down. It got choppy. Cuello, who was having a bad game up to this point, and I saw it on Twitter and I saw it everywhere else. Even Facundo commented on our post saying, "Oh, because talk about how trash Cuello is next episode." Right before he scored, and then he coming back and
we were talking trash about him right before he scored.
Yeah, no, we were.
To be fair, he was pretty bad.
To be fair,
and to add to that, because about 5 minutes before that's when I actually was able to get down to start watching, because I ended up being a little bit late yesterday at work. But when I went down and I started watching, around that point, I don't know what happened the first, whatever that was, 40 minutes or whenever that was. But when I started watching, and even his shot, it was okay. Listen, I'm not gonna knock off his attempt, but listen, you guys were talking. I was mad head about Lamson.
Yeah,
goal. I imagine we're talking about I imagine we're talking about two teams with two dumbass goalies apparently, because the ball dipped right before him and then bounces over his. Listen, I know people would make an argument. Well, it dipped right before, but listen, that shot's too far out. It's not.
He's seen it the whole way.
Right. If it's not than the shooting, fine. Maybe I get it. We're talking about some type of rocket. Listen, even I could make an argument that all four of us here probably kicked the ball harder than the way that was kicked. But that's a different story. I think that's a goalie issue. But you know what? Fuck it. I'll take it. 1-1.
Yep.
1-1.
Yeah. Hey, that goalie actually kept them into the game too, because there was a play where
Steris.
Steris. Beautiful cross to start off by Efra. Efra had a beautiful cross. Yeah. Efra's crosses were on point yesterday. Every set piece, everything that he was putting into a dangerous position. Steris got at the end of the ball. Listen, he's a defender. All I'm gonna ask for him is make contact and put it on target. He did what he had to do, and the goalie came up with a good save. Yeah, he made up for it with a stupid ass Cuello goal, but I'll take it.
Yeah, and I think at that point when Steris missed that, we could have been up 2-1 at that point, which is ridiculous because we didn't deserve to be up 2-1. But I would have taken it if he would have put it in. But it was a good block. But nothing much. And you know what? I'm kind of disappointed in Efra's year so far, because I really expected a lot more from him. And to be quite honest, just like George said, I've only seen set pieces that impress me. right? And not even set pieces to frame, like on goal, like crosses. Like that's looking for the second play after a cross, which is disappointing because I really thought he was gonna have a stellar year this year, especially with GPS there and everything. Unfortunately, it hasn't been so. Cuello, I think, took a dip this game from what we had seen before.
Listen, Cuello's been taking a massive dip since preseason. He had decent preseason. That's when people were hyped about him. He played the very first game, the home opener, and he was the first one subbed out because it was apparent that he's levels below, MLS, at least against other MLS level talent. Because I think who did we play first game? Was it Colorado? No, who did we play? No, Chicago. It was Chicago that we were playing first, and it was obvious that there's no reason why he should have been in there. And to me, honestly, that's kind of been his story the entire season. So I'm not even mad though that they came in. He did a respectable job against the position he was putting against. I ain't even bugging if he had a terrible game in your guys' eyes.
What I'm saying is, I thought he did a lot better against Cholos. You know what I mean? Or at least I want to remember like he had a better game against Cholos, and I felt like it's just a regression.
Depoy. You want me to tell you something? I think it's one of those situations where scoreline is deceiving. Because the fact that we went through might be deceiving. Because even then, I think Cholos was the better team in that game.
Yeah, no, for sure. I 100%, believe that. But like you saw Fabio's frustration in this game with with like the lack of skill that Cuello possesses to give a simple pass back to him. I don't want to prolong this too far long. They come out in the second half. We end the first half 1-1. They come out in the second half. Again, we get scored on early. And then we kind of don't find the back of the net again. 2-1 defeat, which I'm not necessarily upset about. Nobody got injured, or at least nobody in the first team who expect to play on Sunday got injured, and I'll take that. The boys made it to semifinals, which is only one game. They only advanced one time, but for not playing a solid squad in either one of those games, I'll take it. Let's move on. We can forget about that. We got MLS to worry about, and that's that. That's that. Any last thoughts on that game?
Cruz Azul win?
Yeah, the Cruz Azul win.
Just in general in the entire tournament, given the fact that the Mexican teams actually put out their best squads, I'm not even mad at our team, making a semifinal, which obviously right I had to just win one game, but listen, all the MLS teams got knocked out in the first round. We were going to go through. Sure, it was through penalties, but even against Cholos against Cruz Azul, I make an argument at least at the last, I don't know, it's just I'll give our team a little extra. I say the last 10 minutes or so was all us on them. Obviously they're trying to close up shop, but they still gave Galaxy some chances to tie that. They would have tied that. We're talking about PKs again. Yeah, and we don't know what would have happened in PKs. And next, we could have probably been talking about a trip to play Tigres at Vegas, and I can confirm that. Oh, talking about Victor, we had already booked he was ready to confirm it. Him and his brother and myself, and I think I put it in your brother Jeremy saying that he'd be down to go. I mean, I hadn't even asked him, but I just figured he would be. So, that was going to be the plan. Yeah. But it didn't happen. But look, point is, again, and I obviously a lot of people are hearing this for the first time. There's a point here when we're talking about what do we do with the U.S. Open Cup, and I talked about how important it is for Galaxy to be that team to represent, the MLS in the international level, whether it's some rinky-dink tournament like this or whatever. And if you ask at the end of the day, they're the last one to get knocked out, 2-1, close game towards the last 10 minutes. They had a chance to make something out of it. I'm not mad at this team. No one came out injured. We move forward. Kudos to our team figuring it out, making it happen. Now we move on.
All right. Yeah. And with that being said, let's move on. This Sunday we have a big game. And because we have a big game, I
thought we were going to make the announcement.
Yeah, that's exactly where I'm going. That's where I'm going.
Right. Exactly. That's what I want to drop. I want to drop that.
Oh, God. And this is how we lose all the new listeners. This is the point we lose.
From straight from the stand.
Listen, they're not going to wait to hear who won. They're just going to leave right now.
Well, listen, that's on them. If they don't find out who won, then that's their problem. Right now we own this shit.
Listen, we're fortunate enough that we have a seat in the table, and we're able to get a pair of tickets to give away on our account today. The response was ridiculous. I mean, I probably shouldn't be saying this just in case.
Rudy, what do you mean by seat at the table for the people that haven't heard us before?
So myself, Rudy, and Angel are part of leadership for ACB.
That's right. It's a part of leadership. I'm a part of leadership. If you guys didn't know,
That's fair. In case you guys didn't know, we're two for offer. Everything that George does, Angel's involved. Everything that Angel does, George is involved. So
I've never ate ass, but since Angel's ate ass, I ate ass.
there you go. You know,
What the fuck? All right, boys, can I get into this? Can I get into this, please? We put a post today both on Twitter and on Instagram, letting you know that we had tickets. All you had to do was follow us, tag somebody you will take to the game, have them follow us, and you will be entered. Additionally, you could share the story or the post and get an additional entry. The response was overwhelming. I shouldn't say this out loud in case somebody from my job actually hears this, but most of my fucking day was spent on a spreadsheet verifying the accounts that they followed, to make sure they were followed and they were eligible. We got over 400 entries in what was less than 12 hours because we posted up at 9 o'clock and we shut it down at 7 o'clock. So again, thank you very much for coming in and following us. If you listen the first time, I appreciate it. Hope you like what you're hearing so far. But with that being said, just right before we kicked off the show, we went on live and we did the drawing. And can I get a drum roll, please?
Hold on, I'm gonna hold on.
That's not a drum roll, fuckers.
And I'm breaking news, confirming straight from the stands. Rigged. Yes, you heard me right. They rigged.
Listen, I hope nobody believes this. Like, no, we did not read this. Listen,
I did. Well, okay, let me confirm this. Just so people know, I wanted to rig it because I don't give a fuck, right? It eventually, first time people listen to you guys, eventually will find out who is the trash one here. And yes, I am the trash one. But listen, I'm cliquey as fuck, and I wanted my friends to be there. But Rudy said no. Let's be fair, new listeners. Blah, 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 blah. But whatever, we're here, new listeners. So someone's gonna, whatever.
So listen,
so I had to look them up and be like, oh, for sure, hell yeah.
That's facts. We all looked up all the three different. Already do you think? Sorry, I'm my bad.
So what we ended up doing was I hate you. I fucking hate you guys. I hate you guys so much. I hate all of you except for Masa.
Look, Masa's laughing.
Maybe a little Masa. So what we did is we compiled all the names. I put it to a randomizer so it wouldn't be in any specific order. So we mixed up all the entries from Instagram and Twitter together, combined them together. After we did that, we sent to another randomizer to pick a single name. We ended up doing three times just to have some backups in case our first choice or the first winner can't make it. We get a second choice and so on and so on. But as of right now, our winner from Instagram at Beltron V, I believe her name is Vero. You are a lucky winner. We were reaching out to you.
Ooh.
Beltron V, that's at VEL.
V or V?
Does she have a real name?
Listen, it says Vero. I'm not sure.
Or is she just like some Instagram? I know I ain't even gonna go there now.
Yeah, please. I don't know where you're going, but don't go there. Whatever you was going, don't go there. Beltran V, that's B as in boy, ELTRANNV. You're a lucky winner. We'll reach out to you as soon as we're done recording and give you all the logistics and make sure that you confirm that you can make it.
I ask one thing.
If she can't, Rudy, keep going.
So
I ask one thing though. I do ask one thing from all these people that so let's just hopefully this Vero person takes it right and we have to do anyone else. But because whoever ends up with a ticket, I'm asking one thing from you, but it's 2 episodes. First, go listen to the Chris Seller episode. After the Chris Seller episode, go listen to the Blueberries episode. Okay? Once you've listened to both of those episodes, confirm that you are sure that you want to go to this game.
The bar is that high.
And we're gonna, and on top of that, we're gonna make you sign a waiver. I'll make sure Karina drafts something for us so HBB and us are clear because listen, the Chris Seller episode and Blueberries. Yeah.
So Vero, you won. We do have 2 other names that are on standby in case she can't make it. We will move on to the other 2 until we get a winner. But again, thank you very much for participating. We appreciate it. Thank you for all the love. Thanks for all sharing the post and retweeting it and everything you guys did. We are grateful to you guys. All right, so we got that out the way.
Wait, did you announce the runners up just in case?
No, they don't.
Okay.
I don't want to because I don't want to get nobody's hopes up. If they win, we'll reach out to them. But we got 2 other names that are locked. So,
but then that sounds like it's riggy.
I don't care if it sounds riggy. I don't want to get nobody's hopes.
I didn't know the person that won. That's not riggy.
Nah, but I'm saying the 2 other people.
Yeah, listen, it
All
doesn't
right,
matter
fine,
if
what
she
I
says
rate it
yes.
anyways. Who cares?
Oh, shut the fuck up.
My podcast.
All right, boys. Let's get into what should be a big game. We do play Levas FC this Sunday at the Stank. Man, we haven't lost to them. Masa, how are they doing right now?
They've been winning. They've only taken the L's to us. They only took an L to us. The last L they had was against us, which was last month.
So legit,
but they're about
just-
to lose on Sunday though. So
Legit, just wins since we played them.
legit. I kid you not, bro. Like it's lost to us, win, and then they lost to Portland in between, and then win, and then they're gonna lose to us on Sunday. So.
Man, from your mouth to God's ear. I swear to God. All right, boys.
Hey,
Let's,
if you're new to this, throw it out in the universe. That shit will come true. I'm telling you right now.
Listen, Masa and I have history
attraction.
together when it comes to these games. I can confirm that the very first game him and I are together, standing next to each other in the games when I'm holding Nate. When Zlatan scored both goals, we hugged each other, we cried together. All this shit is legitimate. Okay. The game at Stank, I don't remember that one specifically, how we were connecting then. No, I mean I remember the game. I was sober for that one, but I mean how we make sense then. Yeah. But then the third game, we saw it together at his place, because I was banned that game. I'm not talking about that. Then the fourth game, the one here at home, I was banned for that. So Masa came and he came and he hung out with me here at my house, and that Maxo Cream set that shit. No,
Hey, I want you to listen to
to.
nothing but Maxo Cream from now into this fucking game.
Angel, you
Everyone.
starting to see a pattern.
Angel.
You starting to see a pattern. there?
Yeah, so I'm seeing the pattern here. First of all, I got to be banned more
You gotta be
often,
banned.
and Masa has to join me. Yeah.
All right, boys. The way we usually do this is we predict the lineup. We go into how we could win that game and what we should be concerned about from the opposing team. Let's not switch that up. Let's go with lineups. What are you guys thinking will come out like?
I'll start off first. I got Bingham at goal. I have People and Polenta in the center back. I have Jurgen to the left, Rolf to the right. In front of Jurgen, I have Christian Pavon. In the midfield, I have in front of Jurgen, Christian Pavon.
Okay.
Why'd you look so confused?
So we
Keep going.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Go for it.
You
Go for
confused
it.
the shit out of me. I was like, what the fuck?
Go for it.
On the left wing, we have Christian Pavon. Did you like that one better?
Yeah,
All
that
right,
made
in
a
the
lot more
midfield,
sense.
in the midfield, I have Jonah and Leggett. On the right, I have Antuna. In front of Jonah and Leggett, I have Fabio, and in front of Fabio, I have Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
Yeah, so it's pretty similar to what we came out with last time, with the exception of Steris for Polenta.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
for
saying
people,
I agree,
right?
and I say it's the
And
same
also
exact
Leggett.
lineup. The only difference is
Also
there's
Leggett.
Leggett.
In midfield
Yeah, he did.
with
Seattle?
Jonah.
Yeah,
Yes, he did. The Jet and Seattle started.
yeah.
That's 2 games in a row that they started together.
I thought he was asking about last LAFC game.
No. Last
I'm
game.
talking about the last game.
in general.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I'm saying the
similar.
same thing. Bingham, Feldscher, People, Polenta, Shelvick, Leggett, Dos Santos, and then Antuna right, Alvarez, Cam, then Pavon left, and then Ibra up top. That's what it's gonna be. I'll be
Masa-
shocked if it's not.
Do you have
That's
any
the exact
changes? Those?
same lineup. No, that's what I'm running with.
Let me throw something at you guys. What do you
Here
guys
we
think of Araujo instead of Antuna to start the game?
No, fuck no. No.
Why?
And I tell you,
Why,
You guys
Rudy?
know how I feel
That's-
already,
No,
but
no,
I,
no,
It's a
no, no,
defensive
no.
tactic.
Why Rudy?
yeah.
Why Rudy?
My reasoning is have Antuna wear him out, and then have I'm sorry, have Araujo wear him out, and then have Antuna exploit that. That's my only reasoning for it.
My counter to that is I don't think we're going to be doing the wearing out. I think we're going to be a lot of containing, which is why Araujo played a big role in the first LAFC game. It was a lot of containment, and he transitioned into the midfield a lot. I would get that if we would be using the flanks a lot, but I don't think Antuna's flank is going to be used to expose them. I think we're going to have to play down the middle against them.
So
yeah, and
so,
I think we have to possess and stuff. I'm with George on this one.
Since-
I'm with 100% George.
Since I mean the lineups are pretty clear. Well, I think the only wrench I threw in there was Sarajo. Let's go into talking about what we need to do or how do we think we come out and play against the LAFC team who, I mean, as Massa just told us, has been pretty hot.
Real shit. They have an Achilles. It's Carlos Vela. No, their Achilles is Carlos Vela. If you stop that, that's the end of their game.
Think so?
That's literally it. Our offense, their defense is trash, but I think once you stop them, if Carlos Vela gets into this game, that builds momentum for their defense. I don't care how bad they are. A team that fights with some type of momentum is a team that's going to win. If we kill the momentum, if we kill their Achilles from the beginning, we're going to expose this team.
So how do we?
I would say that you'd have a fair argument, but given what happened, and I know everyone's gonna say, well, that was last year. Listen, last year they dominated us for 75 minutes, right, straight. We ended up coming out with a, huh?
That's an outlier when it comes.
Is it really?
I think so.
Is it really? Because
I think so.
I don't know if I don't agree with that being an outlier, because then we talk about every single game that we played against them so far. We're in their fucking heads, and that's an advantage to us.
That's
big
an
time.
Outlier that set the momentum for the rest of the games. I'm not saying that I think without that we wouldn't have a mind game on them, but it is an outlier when it comes to how many times you think that's really going to happen. Sure, Carlos Vela scored, that they had the momentum happening, they had everything happening, but I think that's an outlier that set the momentum for the rest of the games. I don't think we should hold.
Another thing, I don't think that any single one game here is an outlier or there's a trend to any specific game. We met obviously a lot of people here that are probably listening right now for the first time haven't heard our previous things, but we've mentioned this multiple times. As supporters, right, of the Galaxy and how deeply involved we've been with this club for so many years, our beef is San Jose, right? It's a game that we hope our team will show up for, right? The old Galaxy, the old teams of the past. That is the type of game where you say, hey, fuck the scripts, fuck everything, nothing matters. It's the type of game. That's the old teams. This current team that don't understand the history between this rivalry in San Jose and them, that goes out the window, right? That's irrelevant. Hence why San Jose owned this year. With LAFC is different. And this is, again, it sounds repetitive to a lot of people, but again, because there's a lot of new people listening, this current squad that we have right now, there's a good chunk of that squad that was there the very first game that we played. Well, correction, the very first game was back in 2005 or whatever, but you guys get what I'm saying. From this rebranded team, they were there, whether it's Shelvik, whether it's Felster, Pontius was there. Bengham was there. Zlatan was obviously there. A lot of these players were there, so they remember these things. I mean, Jonah obviously Jonah was watching it from the he was at the stadium. I mean, you guys remember his video how he wilded out. Leggett was there. He helped with the comeback. So that core understands what this game means, and maybe not even to us, maybe to them. Right? Zlatan's in his head. Look, I can confirm, and Rudy can back me up on this. I don't know how accurate this is, but we can confirm that supposedly the person that requested for these things to be around, their stadium was Zlatan specifically because he's in their head. Rudy can back me up. Yep. This is what we were told. I don't know. Take that with a grain of salt. I mean, I don't think the person that said that to us would be lying at this point. Well, honestly, I don't even know anymore. But point is, Zlatan was the one that supposedly requested to have all these billboards of himself in all the situations around the LAFC stadium because he's in their heads. We bring this up because, again, George, you're talking about outliers. To me, there is no such thing as an outlier for any of these games. Every single game is a standalone game. They can be all the way at the very top, we can be all the way at the very bottom, or vice versa, or we can be right in the middle, or we can both be terrible and not be in playoffs, or we can both be fighting for first and two. It's obvious. It's apparent that
Angel, now you're going to tell me that the second and third game we weren't in their heads, and that's why they made stupid mistakes?
Right.
That's what I'm saying. But every game's going to be an out. There's no such thing as any of these games being out there. They're all going to be independent of each other.
But the fact that we had that first game sets the foundation of us being in their head. So, I get what you're trying to say, that every game's a rivalry. Like, that game is a rivalry game, throw everything out the window. But I think that's the foundation of us being in their head.
I think the outlier. I think the outlier in this is not even the game. I think the outlier in this is Zlatan, and how Zlatan is legit in their head. I believe that if there's one thing that's in their head, it's Zlatan, because he doesn't show up. He can not show up for every game, but for these games against this team, he shows up, and he's done it over and over and over again. So if we're gonna point at one outlier, if there is a outlier, it's definitely going to be, in my opinion, it's going to be Zlatan. But we're getting a little off topic here. I kind of want to talk about what we need to do to to get a result off of this game? What is it that we
just,
have to do?
obviously we tend to go off on tactics
Listen,
when we get in our feelings
this
about
game.
shit.
It's this game. It always
Yeah.
going to be that way, right? But let's get back into that. What do we have to do? What does the team have to come out and do to get a result out of this game? I mean, and honestly, even more so than it being that team, it's also points that we need, right?
Yep.
You know, we've talked about this. Like, we can't really be dropping points, right? So, what do we need to do to come in there and get a result?
I hate going back to this, but we hit them in the fucking mouth early. The fact that if we score early, going back to it, we're in their head. Going back to, they're gonna think the same thing. Oh shit! If we get into their head early and sure, I talked to defensive tactics and all that. If we score early, it's a wrap. I believe so.
I disagree with you because they always score first, and they always end up.
No, I know, but we're saying this game.
Yeah,
I get that they score first, but what can we do this game to do it? I say we hit them in the mouth first and we score first.
Myself, what do you think? What do we need to do to get a result off this game?
Play real aggressive and stay compact.
What does that mean? What does aggression to you mean right now?
Going hard every play.
Like,
Chase the ball down, high pressure. Play GBS ball. And I'm talking about the whole team as a unit. Move in one, stay real compact, pack the middle, don't give a lot of space. As soon as a player gets a ball, you double teaming. You leave no space. You don't let any player breathe when they have the ball. And then when you do recover the ball, you play that counter, you send Pavone and Antuna on the runs, and you're straight. They're gonna hurt. If we find our two players on the wing, they're gonna hurt because they like to push up a lot and they leave a lot of openings, and their defense is trash. No one seems to think that their defense. Everyone seems to think their defense is good. I don't think they're good. No. I think that's their weak point, and I think that the Galaxy have a big advantage if they could to play real aggressive, compact, and as soon as they get the ball, and they play their wingers, I think we'll be all right.
Angel.
I love everything Masa said, because this is why and Bob Bradley bitches about this, like, oh, we try to play beautiful football. And they always try to hit us. You know what the difference is, though, between other teams and the Galaxy is, well, first of all, let's add something here. Since the first LAFC game at home till now, even take into the consideration of 3 games that we lost, right? We take into consideration Dallas and we take into consideration Seattle. Our club has been playing nice. Do we agree? Whether the badass tells, they've definitely been playing
we
better.
turned the page for sure.
Right. We've definitely turned the page. And listen, if you're not watching the games, you don't understand. If you're just looking at the results, you really don't understand what's happening in the field. I bring that up because the difference between the Galaxy and other teams is, sure, let's say a Colorado is going to come and, swipe your legs down all the time. The difference is that they can't play the same style Galaxy can. So we're not only going to be physical, we actually have the players that are capable of play better than you. Right. And that's where I think our advantage is, because their players. If you guys go back and you guys catch the when we talk about the first LAFC game, we talked about some of our players are physical and they're bigger and just in general they are more physical, but they're bitches. They don't show up when they need to. However, they did it against the LAFC game. You guys remember Fabio getting someone's face, obviously Zlatan getting in everyone's head. Like it's there. That fucking attitude is there, and that is the type of shit that they bring here. The game last year at home, the third one, Masa and I saw together. Who was our standout player? We mentioned this between Masa and I think we may have touched it in the pod at that time. Felster. And it's not because he had a great game, but it's because he was fucking hitting Rossi and he was letting him have it. And none of them were malicious hits. They were just very physical tackles. As a matter of fact, his first yellow shouldn't even have been a yellow. Right? He got a yellow later on. I mean, he got a foul. He got a foul later on.
Same game, he could have got red. Yeah.
Right. You get that. But the whole point is, I bring that up because Polenta's the same style. He's physical shit. We get people shit the last game, but for as much shit he gave me, he fucking is ballsy as shit. Shelvick is the only one to me that I don't necessarily think is ballsy, but he is fast and he's gonna be a threat, at least in that type. Like whoever's on his side, whether it's Vela, whether it's K, whether it's even if against Diomande, he's tall, so he's just a weird defender to be against if you're a forward.
Adding to that, he was the only one that I've heard lately, and he's the one that actually came out and said we have to be aggressive and we got to get in their face.
Exactly. Yeah. Right. And the reason I bring that up is because other MLS teams, sure, they try to hit LAFC. The difference is they hit them, but they have no other soccer to compete with LAFC. We do. We cannot only just fucking hit them. and do all this type of shit. And I don't mean again hit in any malicious way. I mean be physical, the way that that Felster was.
Going
Be
hard
physical, the way that
challenges.
Fabio was. Basically play hard, be physical. The way even the kitchen was. All these that the difference is that not only can we play that style, but once we get the ball at our feet, Jonah's gonna do Jonah things. Pavon's gonna do what Pavon's been doing the last 2-3 games. Like, I mean, ultimate top notch. I'm making me wet type of things. And Zlatan's just gonna fuck their defense nonstop. And listen, they haven't even dealt with Pavon yet.
No.
That like we haven't even right. We
No.
obviously we're not there yet, but we're talking about what we can do that. So we can play that. We can play that style. Like we'll hit you style, but we also know how to play, and we can play better than you. I mean, we proved it. The last game against them, we were better than them, beginning to win.
Here,
Beginning to win.
Let me ask something else. I was hearing the Riot Squad cast episode that just dropped, I think, on Tuesday, and I'm not sure if it was Ed or Andrews who said they think LAFC is going to retaliate for the shot on his name skips me, the guy who got his skull broken.
Yeah, whatever, huh?
What do you guys think? You think they actually do that? You think they can? You think they're able to?
Let them try.
I hope
they
they're barking at the wrong tree. But one, I don't want to get into them. The pretty image that they have. They're the MLS like babies.
Scarlets,
I doubt that's the approach they're going to take. But if they do take it, they're barking up the wrong tree. There's you're going to bring the South American in people. You're going to bring out the South American style in polenta.
Central American in people.
Oh, Central American. Sorry, South American and
doesn't matter though. I mean, look at me.
Yeah.
Look at you. Look at all you guys. So I get it.
Dog,
I get it.
It's the wrong tree to bark up.
Yeah. Listen, I think they
that would be comedy, dog.
Yeah, and I honestly think that if
Who are they gonna hit?
well we take the advantage
whoever
almost.
they hit.
I think almost throughout the whole field we would take advantage of it getting
Antunes is the only
physical.
one that's like a.
Well, and Pavon, Fabio too, but Fabio is definitely feisty. He's proved that.
No.
So
But
and
see,
even Pavon is
Pavon
feisty.
is feisty, dog.
Oh yeah,
But-
listen again. I'm just saying if we're talking about physique, but even then, example, right? One of their players that we talked about, like, hey, this is the type of player that get in your face, was Diomande. What did Zlatan do to Diomande last game? Right? He basically manhandled his ass.
Yeah, he punked him.
Punked his ass. Like he thought he was all big badass stuff, and then here comes
touch
Zlatan. Yeah,
Don't
don't
touch
fucking touch me. Yeah, and then he.
Hey, you know what? Now that
come
we're
on,
talking
dog.
about it, I want them to do that.
Exactly. Let them
that's a
try.
game that they're
Let
gonna
them
lose,
try. Exactly.
sure.
Listen, and
So-
then
and
we
then-
have I'm sorry, go for it, Masa. Go for it.
No.
Listen,
I'm just
we
saying
have-
they'll lose that game, and we're in their heads basically. Like if they play that game from the jump,
Already
they
won.
want to come out like that.
I want to add something to that because
listen-
I heard him on the Extra Time Radio today. Oh, go ahead, Rudy. Go ahead.
So, on top of that, we have Fabio and Pavon who are coming from the Argentinian league. Have you guys seen Argentina?
Oh, you should, listen.
Like,
I
no,
watched
like-
this shit
like-
every weekend. You already know this.
Fucking
You just started like in soccer show.
You're right.
Half of the game they're getting swiped at their legs, like kicks at their legs. You know what I mean? Argentina is just bad when it comes to that. Listen, and then Pavon has played a River Boca. In those games, listen, because you want to see a spectacle, because you want to see a game, there's not 4 or 5 red cards every game. Because some matches they do end up getting 4 or 5 red cards. But you know what I mean? Like I don't think they're worried about that. I think you hit it in the head. The only player who I think would be affected by a physical game would be Antuna. And that's just 'cause he lacks the physical side of things. But even at that, I don't think he cowards down from it. You know what I mean? It just he's
And even then, I hope that's when our team backs up, because I think in the first couple games we've shied away from it, but lately we've been backing our players up.
Yeah.
Araujo and Rolf last rivalry game. That's the type of things that we need. If we do get hit, let's rival up. Let's ban up.
Angel, yeah. One last thing to say before we move on to what LAFC can do.
Well, that perfect transition. Damn, Rudy, we good at this podcast thing, huh? When we actually decide to follow some type of structure and stop, ranting and going off. Well, that right.
I noticed you haven't said shit. That's the real outlier
Right.
there. That you.
Listen, I'm smart. Listen, I'm smart.
I am smart.
I'm smart on the gram.
I am smart on the gram. I am smart on Twitter. Listen, I'm reeling the people in. Let them think that this is what they're gonna get used to every Monday. Nah. But bring it up because yes, I heard Extra Time Radio this morning, and just so happens that Teletubby bitch ass, chicken shit turd muffin Max Bretos was on there. I
heard that too.
The
Yep.
commentator for LAFC, right? And because you ask how does LAFC come out in this game, or what does they do? According to one of the comments and statements that he mentioned, when was it one of the guys on Extra Time asked him, what's LAFC's mentality? What has Bob Bradley said? Blah, blah, blah. The statement was along the lines of Bob Bradley's going to take this game like it was any other game. They're going to play their game. They're not going to try and do anything different. They're going to try to be physical. They're going to play their game, which has been working for them the last, since the beginning of the season, basically, right? That's what they said. So if you ask, well, how do they come out? That's your answer. That's coming from Bob, according from oh boy, Teletubby as turd bitch muffin.
I heard that. I heard that too. That to them it's just another game.
Mm-hmm.
Blah 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 blah. Bro, they feel like that because to me they already in their heads they can't beat us. So they're like they're just passing on it. Like, oh well, we're just gonna play our game and see what happens.
Well, the question
they
is,
want this.
Mm-hmm.
They want this. They're
scared.
As many points as they want on the board. The fact that they haven't beaten us, it's gotten to them to the point where it's like, oh well, let's just play our game because we'll see where that takes us.
Look,
let's try this one more time.
And they were that shooketh, right? That one of the guys in Extra Time Radio asked them if they don't beat the Galaxy, but they win MLS Cup. What does that mean? Mm-hmm. Right, and then he tried to switch it. Well, it's about the winning the cup, but he said what's even more important or bigger is getting past that first round. They haven't gotten past that first round yet, so he didn't want to claim MLS Cup yet. They didn't want to address the Galaxy. He talked about the first MLS playoff game.
It was a lot of ducking.
Exactly,
a lot of ducking.
So listen, they're shook. They're shook as fuck, and obviously he's not gonna say that shit because he's representing them, right? It's the fact. And when you hear someone like Bob Bradley say, hey, we're going to take this game just like any other game. We're going to prepare for it. We're going to play our game. You can't play your game, especially when it's failed you 4 times in a row now. That you're going into the 5th game. You can't beat the Galaxy. And you still want to take this the same fucking way that you've taken it before. Listen, this is the type of game, and we'll say predictions. You've given GBS the advantage here.
Yeah.
As a coach, as a tactician.
So, with that being said, what does the Galaxy have to be concerned about, or where do they need to do? Yeah, where do they focus at? What do we have to do so we won't take a L for the first time against LAFC?
For the first time, I think since probably the first game, I do not feel nervous at all about this game. I feel confident as fuck. Like honestly, this game doesn't faze me, bro. Like I feel like we're taking 3 points. I'm chilling, bro. Whoever wants to be stressed about this shit.
Okay.
Whoever feels stressed about this shit.
I back you up 100% about this. I feel the same way. I just hope our players don't feel that. Because fuck whoever it is. I don't give a fuck if we're playing Colorado or LAFC on Sunday. We need the points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I back you up 100%. I don't care.
But on the pitch, though, right? Because listen, Maza said it. These guys have won almost every single game since we beat them, with the exception of Portland. They're obviously doing something right. All right. So what do we have to stop? What's the task of the team to stop them from continuing this winning streak they have right now?
The blueprint comes from the last game. I think we stopped their quick touching, and I think when they got momentum, we fouled early and we regained our composure and we stepped back. I think if we do that and we clog up the midfield, because that's a lot where their plays come from, that midfield. I think if Antuna drifts a little to the mid, like what Araujo was doing, it helps out a lot. And since he's fast, he could switch that up. He clogs up the mid, we win the ball, and we go out the flank. I think that's going to be a huge advantage to us because Massa touched on the point that their defense isn't great.
Did we know if the one guy who Slata sent to outer space is back yet?
Yeah, he's
What's
back.
his name?
Blessing.
There you go. Yeah. So he's back. He came back from outer space. Listen, I think that's
he was out of the Galaxy.
He was out of the Galaxy.
He tweeted that week. He tweeted that week. Oh, I looked up to you.
Listen, that guy. Right. My opinion. I think he is their heartbeat. Right, because he moves up well. He defends. He cuts a lot of plays. So I want to see. I think that one of the keys is stopping him, make sure that he's not involved in the game. If we could just make him not be part of the game, I think we have a better chance of taking that result home. He's the connector. He's the guy who starts a lot of the plays. So I think if we get to stop him, if we get to contain him, we should be looking better, especially in the midfield. Angel, what you think?
That honestly, I dig everything you said.
What about what I said?
Like straight up facts.
What
Like
about
you, nah, fuck what you say.
Masa, you got any other thoughts on what we need to do to stop these guys from doing anything?
Nah, blueprint last game. I personally don't even care if Vela scores or not because he scores
It's
on us all the
irrelevant
time
at
and
this
he
point,
can't
yeah.
win. They can't win. So I honestly, I'm telling you, I feel confident. Like they could score first, we could score first. They're taking the L.
All right.
You know what?
Getting
The one thing that
W.
maybe would be nice to see, Shelvick to give him a little hit because I imagine Shelvick can play on that left side. Well, Vela tends to play a little bit more central, right? Point is, whoever
He moves.
can, give him a little nice little hit from the very beginning, let him know what's up, but don't get a yell on it. Especially Polenta, because if it's down the middle, I'm okay with sacrificing Shelvick if I have to,
Yeah.
just for that, just for a little hit. But let him know early.
Well, shit, Polenta was on an
Yeah.
early yellow last game, and he did well.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
But listen, I
Accurate.
would like for him to stay on a yellow as long as possible. I mean, without a yellow as long
Fuck
as
it.
possible, in case you have to get something later. But
Everybody get a yellow on Vela. All the defenders.
that's fine. Let him have it. Fuck it, rip it. Because one of you guys mentioned it earlier,
Uh.
he's their play. Everything happens through him. Rossi can't make things happen by himself. Diamante can't make things happen by himself. Blessing can. They proved it so far. Lee Win, who everyone's like, oh, they got the MVP from 5 years ago. He's fucking useless. He was useless the last game against us. So what? He got one free kick against us last year. So what? Other than that,
That cat that they have, Joshua something. I don't know. He's I think he had like a couple assists last game.
I don't know. All right, let's get into the prediction game. Who wants to go first? Masa, you go first since you mad confident. What you calling for this game?
I'm gonna call 3-1 Galaxy.
Ooh, took my score line.
Fuck that. Who scores for you? Who scores for
you
you?
know, I'll help you out. I go 4-1 Galaxy. I don't give a fuck.
Ooh.
He
Who's
took my
scoring for
score
you?
line.
Stupid. Who's scoring for you, Masa?
Dog, it's gonna be a Zlatan Hattie, dog, and then Pavon's gonna give us his first goal against his team. It's just gonna be funny as fuck.
Oh, I want that. I want that bad. All right, George. Since you took a score line, what you saying now?
3-1, Zlatan double, and Pavon, and David Bingamongo. I got you, Angel.
that's cool.
Angel.
Where do you go first? I'm thinking.
All right. I'm gonna be wild here, but I'm gonna say it's gonna be a 3-0. I'm gonna say we keep a clean sheet at their house. And I'm gonna flip it on you. I'm gonna say Zlatan scores 1 and Pavon scores 2.
Oof.
That's what I'm gonna say. The audience is gonna be big time.
Concha.
Lo va a celebrar con los pibes.
It's
Lo va
gonna
a
be big
celebrar
time,
con los
dog. It's gonna
pibes.
be big time, baby. I'm feeling it right now.
You guys not gonna want to hear this.
Go for it.
I want to hear because every time you say some dumb shit, I know what you're doing. Keep going.
All right. I say it's gonna be 3-3.
Oh, okay.
David Bingham hat trick on himself.
Stupid.
There you go. Fuck George. Yeah, you trying to win up me, bitch. No,
But shit,
seriously.
hold on. Do you think David Bingham makes a mistake this game?
No. You know what? There's one thing I will give David Bingham credit for is somehow, I don't know, obviously against San Jose is a turn muffin, but somehow against LAFC, he tends to have some solid ass games. So I'm going to give old boy again benefit of the doubt. Realistically, though, and it's not because I'm.
Before you go out, I could confirm I was going to say that it doesn't matter what you think, but it looked like he had some real shit to say. So
All right.
be on the lookout.
All right, now I have to start paying attention to that. No, seriously, I think it's gonna be 2-1, and it's not because I'm a Galaxy fan that I'm saying that we're gonna win. It's listen, if unless Bob Bradley is trying to play mind games, which is stupid, then that's never really been his style. The fact that you're taking this another game, you just 2-1 Galaxy. I think it's going to be an open game. I don't think it's going to be as close as we as compact as we're making it seem. I think it's going to be a lot more chances than we want it to be. I think we're going to have a lot of scares, but ultimately I think we're going to end up winning 2-1. And goals is going to be the Argentinian cats. I'm going to say Pavon, and I'm going to say Fabio get one. And
Los
Zlatan gets no goal
Pibes.
here.
Let's go.
I say Zlatan probably has one assist or two, but he has no goal on this one, and David Bingham will go.
There you go. I'm down with that.
Only you know why I say that though? Last year, Zlatan had no goal out there, but he assisted my boy Dreamy.
My boy Blue.
Yeah.
And then we want Horta assisted on Ola Camara.
Horta.
Shout out to Ola Camara. también.
Oh, yeah, man. All the
But
scores.
shout out to
Nah,
Horta.
nah.
Thanks, appreciate you. What are you known for? Giving Ole Kamara an assist.
Yeah. All right, boys.
MLS, that was balling out right now.
Who?
Horta and Braga.
I don't give a
Legit.
fuck.
Yeah. Go
All right,
suck
boys.
Braga.
Well, go suck his dick then.
Well, I am, dog. He fucking gave us an assist. What the
You're right.
fuck?
You're right as fuck, dog. Hell yeah. He's okay, a Galaxy supporter. That's why.
Yeah.
All right, boys.
All right, close it out.
No, before we close it out, Angel, do you have any more
I got
ACB
the
plugs?
plugs, baby.
Let's go. Hit me with
ACB plugs.
ACB plugs.
Plugs.
These are the ACB plugs. ACB
plugs.
plugs.
Brought to you by Cheesy and White Claw.
Brought to you by
That's what
I
gotta
still
hate
can't
you
believe it's not
fuckers,
butter.
Fucking hate you guys.
Question. Do you guys like salsa?
No.
Oh, my God.
No.
Alright,
ACB
well,
plugs. Come
if
on.
you did, just if in case you guys did like salsa, just so you know that I'm saucy, so it's okay.
Go.
No, ACB plugs though. Oh, I got them right here. All right. First thing, because there's a lot more people listening right now, but we hope they're all right. So we went from 10 to 15. Hell yeah. Before we talk about Sunday stuff, on August 31st, Galaxy 2 play against Sacramento Republic. It's even if you care about Galaxy 2 or not, ideally we would love for all you guys to be out there. If you don't and you're a season ticket member, please forward all your season ticket memberships for those games to ACB or to one of us here, and we'll get them to the right people because we won't need people to show up for that game. Sacramento Republic tends to bring at least one bus full of supporters all the way down from Sacramento. I mean, it's a big game for them. It's again August 31st, 7 p.m. at the track and field. So if you are not using your tickets, send them to us, please. And we'll make sure we get them out to G's out there that are going to make it out and support our babies. Second, for Sunday, there will be 2 pickup locations. One pickup location is going to be at StubHub Center. Well, I mean, Dignity Health Sports Park.
StubHub, huh?
Dignity Health Sports Park. The gate for tailgating opens at noon, so you can be there as early as noon to tailgate. The bus departs at 4:15. They will not wait for anyone. They depart at 4:15 p.m. from Dignity Health Sports Park, and they will be making their way to Stank. At the same time, bus is going to be picking up a group of people in downtown LA at LA Live on the cross streets of Georgia and Chick Hearn Street. There will be obviously no tailgate there, right? But there's going to be a pregame meetup at Tom's Urban. The parking there for the entire time that you're there is $10 with a specific they send some shit. I think like a parking pass is sent to us via email. So if you're listening to the podcast, shoot us a DM. If you don't have that information, we can get you an email with that parking pass. That once you go to that specific lot, they'll let you park there for $10. Same thing. That bus will also depart at 4:15. It will not wait for anyone. As of right now, there is space for additional people in case you do have some friends that might want to come in last minute. I can confirm that there's definitely significantly less buses at downtown LA. So don't bring, your best friends, your cousins, your mamas, everyone. Just bring one person. That should suffice. Because there's going to be less buses departing from the TLA. It's a bunch of buses departing from Dignity Health. Again, both depart at 4:15. And then if you can't make the game, we are only pushing one viewing party on Sunday, and that's going to be at Dignity Health Sports Park. So if you're sticking around for the tailgate, after that, you can make your way over to Legends Plaza. People don't know where that is. Legends Plaza is where the David Beckham statue, and just FYI, it's called Legends Plaza because the David Beckham statue is just one of many more things that they're planning in the future. So eventually, we're going to have a whole bunch of statues and all this bunch of legend shit.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So there is going to be there. They're going to head over to the socials, the ACB socials, the Galaxy socials, the Rice Squad socials, all these supporter group socials to see the specials. And they're going to have $5 Modelo and Corona specials. They're going to have $7 Michelada specials. And I forget what else, like Whiskey Mules. They're going to have $2 tacos, free ice cream, Cosmo. Yeah, quite a bit. So if you can make the game, make it out to the viewing party. Now, if you don't want to make it all the way to DHSP, I'm sure. I mean, I'm like 85%, 90% sure that even if you go to one of our regular spots, whether it's Springbok in the Valley, whether it's Pescador in Montebello, whether it's Wicks Brewing in the IE, whether it's Old Dublin or in Tustin, I'm sure if you stop by and you ask them to put on the game with the audio, they'll most likely do it unless there's something else major that I'm aware of that's going on. But listen, it's crazy how this fucking game has taken the city by storm. So I'll be shocked if no one will be willing to play that. And if any of these places that you go to don't want to play it, shoot us a DM. Let us know because, obviously, if you didn't catch it earlier, Rudy and I are in leadership, and we work very closely with all the people that put together the viewing party, so we can address a lot of the issues.
And our president will call to speak to your manager. Shout out Karina.
Yep, that's facts. She will.
one more thing I'm gonna add to that: if you are going to a game and you're showing up to Tailgate, don't get shit faced this game.
Yeah.
Listen, it's. I get it. We all do it. We all do it. But for this game, don't get shit faced.
And we can confirm, as a matter of fact, especially if you're one of the people that did receive a ticket, or you were offered a ticket, and you read that email. You will not be given a ticket. We don't care if you already pay for your money or not. That's your problem. We've been very explicit about being intoxicated. You will not receive your game ticket if you show up to the bus stumbling.
Listen,
It's Sunday, especially on a Sunday.
That rule applies for us. That rule applies for
everyone. There's no exceptions to everyone. Yeah, everyone. Listen, if you guys have heard stories, yes, I've been shit-faced a lot of places. Yes, listen, a few episodes back, I didn't make it inside Portland. That's how fucked up I was. But to date, I have not been fucked up for any Chivas game because I understand the importance of this shit. So, listen, this goes for everyone. You will not be giving a ticket if you are fucked up. Guaranteed.
And we expect, like, from the moment we go in to the moment we leave, to bring it. You know what I mean? We bring the support because we're there to support. We're wearing white. I know you guys like your blue kits, but we're wearing white this game. And like I said, bring your fucking voices. Drink a little lemon tea with honey the night before, just to caress your. Yeah, baby. But we're bringing it. Listen, if we're gonna be there, last year when we were there, we ended up shushing that whole stadium, and we were chanting, "This is our house," and they heard it. I know they heard it. Everybody heard it. We're doing the same this year.
Yep. They're like, how are we gonna let a couple fans out-chant us in a row?
Everybody was crying about that shit. Listen, it is what it is. I'm not concerned about them. I'm concerned about us. What Rudy said, bring it. If you were able to get a ticket, whatever it is, you bring it. You have to bring it. There's no excuses. There's no around it. Everyone.
Yep.
90 plus.
Yep.
On that,
that's it, baby.
If you guys are taking any scarves, hold on to your scarves. Tie those shits. Listen. If you want to take them. That is what it is. Wear white. Always roll in groups. Be safe. We're going to be in 217. If you guys want to chat it up with us before the game, like I said, support. Come out. Let's rock this motherfucker on Sunday.
I can confirm all four of us will be there.
Yes,
George,
sir.
you're leaving from downtown LA?
I think all three of us, no? No. I'm leaving from
Dignity?
Dignity.
Well, listen, I'm banned from there, so I can't be on Prem, so I'm going to be in downtown LA.
Downtown.
Cool. Who's doing Dignity? Masa?
Of course.
So me and Master are going to be Dignity. Rudy and Angel are going to be in downtown. We're all meeting up.
Hell yeah. Hey, that's cool. There's
the meet and greet.
Yeah, there you go. Meet and greet. Boom. Signatures. Especially all the new people. You guys want to see who the celebs are? Ooh. Just remember, I'm the saucy one. You like salsa?
He's the big head one. Small frame, big head.
You couldn't tell by now.
Listen, have you seen me? Oh, you seen me? Yeah, you know how I got it. Yeah.
All right, baby. You got anything else? Is that it for us?
That's it.
All right.
We winning.
Listen to another episode of The Tailgate. I'm your boy Rudy at I'm Smarts on Twitter. I'm Smarts on the gram. I am Smarts on Twitch.
This is George. JNDefeated7. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter.
Follow me at LiveItAF96 on Twitter and ADF3691 on Instagram and at Bad Bunny PR on my international level. Follow me.
Stupid. Sign me off, Masa.
Peace, love, and G's up.
Peace.
I'm Romeo.